Hey guys, I'm gonna play Psycholonials. Yep. Let's hop into it. I finished chapter 1 last time. This time we're gonna do chapter 2. Let's see. Interlude 1. Oh. Sorry, my screen blanked out there, which is what's lighting up my face. That's why I went dark for a sec. Let's see this. Right, we killed the cop in this one. So you just killed the cop and dumped his car in the ocean. Nice going, genius. The cold hand of justice will close around your throat soon enough. Whatever it is that justice even means these days. Maybe justice is what happens whenever people with power manage to punish people... Manage to punish whoever was trying to fight back a little for once. Maybe that's why you need a little more power of your own. Enough power to claim justice is what's happening when you're the one settling the score. Or maybe what you need is even simpler than that. Maybe what you need is the power of choice. So, what will you do then? You're a fugitive now, and it seems only two choices are available. You can turn yourself in, or you can run. Run like the wind and hide. Find Abby, dry yourself off, bury yourself in your work, and figure it all out later. Which will it be? Hey, I have a choice? Hold on. Let me save then. I will... Run away, bitch! Lol, sorry, I should have mentioned. What the fuck? Why would they do this to me? What the hell? Yo, I just wanted to make a choice. The ability to make meaningful choices in this story can only be unlocked by a true successor. Unfortunately, that's not you. Not quite yet, at least. What does that mean? Maybe when I complete the game I'll be able to? Don't worry though, I'll check in again later when you've made a little more headway with this mess you've got yourself into. Until then, do whatever comes naturally, I guess. I'm sure it'll all work out. Lamau. What the hell? Yo, why do you just edge me with, like... Play your choice? This looks interesting. You stand soaked and freezing, alone at the steamboat wharf at night. You just checked Uber and no drivers are currently available, which you could have guessed might be the case at this hour during a pandemic. Maybe you didn't fully think this plan through. No, you shouldn't second guess what you just did because of some momentary sogginess. You've reviewed just the facts. A nasty cop fired a bullet at an unarmed drunk girl who just crashed into a tree. The bullet missed, but traveled directly through her painstakingly written manifesto, which really might as well have been like taking a bullet straight through the heart. What sort of offer would you be if you didn't feel this way? Nantucket Police Department. So, you did what you had to be done. You checked the dead cop for a body camera, but he didn't appear to be wearing one. You're not sure if the sleepy NPD even uses those. Well, you thought they were sleepy at least. You guess all police forces in quiet summer colonies seem sleepy until the bullets start flying towards drunk girls armed to the teeth with manifestos. But that squad car surely had a dashboard camera, so you had to do something. What are you going to do? Shoot the gas tank and blow up the car? That probably only works in movies. And water is right there! You've completely surrounded by the stuff, actually. Now, the only evidence linking you to the scene is your wrecked car, registered to your name in the immediate vicinity of a dead cop without a squad car. Okay, that sounds pretty incriminating when you put it that way. You have to think about it. You'll have to think about how to handle that. But more importantly, you'll really need to get out of there. You check Uber one more time. Now it says there's a ride available. 6 minutes away. That's a relief. It'll give you some time to improvise an alibi. You dial 911 and think about what you're going to say before hitting the dial button. The dispatcher picks up and asks about your emergency. You try to sound calm because it's not a real emergency. Not when it comes to the role you're playing right now. Are we gonna pretend to be like a bystander who just heard gunshots? You're still cozy and warm in your apartment. You just don't know where your car is. Hey, I don't know if this is a real emergency. I just didn't know where else to call. Pretty sure my car was stolen today. The dispatcher goes through the emotions, asking for your name and other relevant information. No reason to hold anything back. You want them to know who you are so they can rule you out when they find the body in the wreck. You then continue weaving your improvised story. Yeah, so I think it might have been my abusive ex-boyfriend. He's been snooping around lately and he has a spare set of keys. Fucking never getting them back to me. The dispatcher asked about him. Damn, you didn't think this far ahead. You continue spinning. Oh, his name? Sorry, I don't know if... I'm pretty scared of him. Not sure if I want to be on the record ratting him out. Don't you have to, like, some witness protection shit I can do? The dispatcher explains that it isn't really how that works, but they can send an officer over in the morning so you can file a police report. Oh, wow. No, I don't think, you really need to end this call soon before the wheels completely fall off this attempted alibi. Hey, can I text photos to you? To 911 or the police? How do I do that? The dispatcher provides you with a number to text and you hang up. Your mind races for the right play. You panic and send the most recent photo which comes to mind. That probably was not the best idea. Maybe you should have just hung up after saying you were scared to give his name, but you had to go forever with this bullshit. Witness protection program? What the hell was that? Oh, well, it's done. A small wrinkle in your alibi. Who is that dude? I forget who he was. Was he the guy we're texting, like the Zelda guy from the first part? It's been like months since I've played this game, so that's why I don't remember anything. But you think you've easily done enough to leave the police feeling confused about what happened tonight. Your Uber's here. Not a moment too soon. You're freezing and exhausted. Somehow, role-playing on the phone with a first responder has been more psychologically draining than exchanging gunfire with one. There is no way this girl is real. Are we going back home or is this our friend's house? No, that's our friend's house, yeah. Damn, that's a big ass house. Whoa, I can't believe you actually came. I've been watching my phone all night waiting for you to tell me you can't make it after all. Get here, there's plenty of heat I made. No. Z? Are you okay? Why are you so wet? You look soaked. Yeah, I fell in a puddle on the way over. Well, you were right, I was too drunk to drive, so I just took an Uber. Hard to find a ride at this time of night. Oh yeah, I bet. So you fell in a puddle? And got soaked head to toe? It was a big fucking puddle. Jesus! Why don't you clean up? You can grab anything from my room to change into something dry. Yeah, dry sounds good. Okay, I'll be right here. I'll heat you up some dinner when you get back. Oh my god, you poor thing. You're having a rough day, aren't you? Don't worry, you made the right call coming over. I'll take care of you. Thanks, Mom. Damn. Huzzah! Is that the manifesto? You can't bring yourself to tell her yet. Tonight was too much. Just need an evening to unwind without Abby freak out about your cop murder. You're sure you'll get around to telling her later if you can think of the right way to break it to her. She's been too good a friend to saddle her with this disastrous karma you can't seem to avoid stockpiling. Or perhaps you aren't stockpiling karma so much as dharma. Or maybe it's some chaotic juxtaposition of the two concepts. Maybe you've been key mashing your whole way through life, and only now is your soul reaping the autocorrected consequences of this haphazard promise. Gotta ditch this. You're stashing in one of the bottom drawers underneath some junk. Bro, where are you setting up your friend? What the hell? What? She'll probably never look in here. You guess you could have tossed the gun too, sent it to a watery grave along with the squad car. But now you're technically a fugitive. You trust the future even less than you did at the start of the day. There's no guarantee you won't need this again later. Why is she doing away with the Kimber? She needs to keep that. You didn't ask for this. Yeah, you guess you shouldn't have been driving drunk. But why would that mean you're suddenly dodging bullets from one of NPD's finest? Whatever, the pig is dead. But you know, the matter isn't done with you by a long shot. It'll keep haunting you unless you start fighting back. This was a gift that the departed officer gave you tonight. An albatross that'll hang around your neck for the rest of your life. But you suddenly decide not to see it that way. The true gift he gave you was resolve. You're so pissed about it. Now you're on the right track. Your ambivalence about rebooting your brand is completely gone now. And its place is the same rage and disgust which led you to write your manifesto in the first place. Rage and disgust for injustice, for systemic evils of this nation, for the weakness and compliance which quell the righteous outrage of its citizens. And now, several years after its completion, there's even more to be mad about. Persecution from the miserable wretches online who cancelled you. The ensuing mental breakdown which caused your life to spiral until you ended up on this island. And now, on top of all that, an almost certain shitstorm brewing from law enforcement once they start piecing together what happened tonight. Well, they can do their worst. All the dirtbags out there can have at you soon enough, because you won't be hiding for much longer. Your brand is about to get very serious. Your brand, my fault. Sorry, y'all, I don't know how to speak. Your brand is about to get a very serious facelift. And once you step into the spotlight again, from now on, people are going to find it a lot harder to ignore what you have to say. You and Abby have a lot of work to do tomorrow. Shit. Okay, my fault, Stalin. Not Stalin, sorry. My fault, Lenin. My queen. My revolutionary queen. Your name is Abby. It's pronounced exactly as it's spelled, so that's made life pretty easy for you. Another thing that's made life easy is the fact that your parents are rich. Rich doesn't really do justice, though. Most people who vacation on this island for the summer are rich relative to the average American citizen. Your parents are billionaires, would it be? And not the kind that barely qualify. 1 billion has 10 digits. But they didn't seem content to stop at 10, and society was more than happy to oblige. They own the house you live in, which represents a minuscule rounding error in the grand scheme of their total net worth. Woohoo! I love the rich. Easy to forget about most of the year, and they probably would if you didn't live here year-round. Growing up, you formed memories of this place strictly as a summer home. But after college, you decided to move in here permanently. Mostly because it keeps them out of your hair. It's not the most convenient place to visit, so they never bother until the summer rolls around. And this year, it's looking more and more like the summer as you once understood it never will. Oh my god, I skipped so many words in that sentence. My fault, guys. I'm sorry. And this year, it's looking more and more like the summer as you once understood it never will. Sorry guys, I thought I heard knocks on my door. It's roughly 9 a.m. and you have just woken up. Later than yesterday, but that's okay. You were up late last night, tending to your beleaguered friend. And even popular influencers need to sleep in sometimes. Your bedroom is tidy, and you always notice if it isn't. You make sure to keep it that way to reflect well on your brand whenever this room is used as a backdrop for your content. Ordinarily, you'd reach for your smartphone first thing in the morning, after an extensive routine of cooking, breakfast, exercising, and feeding your beautiful horse. But right after all that, you go for your phone to check out these actions surrounding your exceedingly well-trafficked accounts. But for whatever reason, today feels a little different. Instead, I think the knocking sound is from the music of the game. Wait, hold on. Yes, it is, man. What the hell? I thought it was my room. Yo, it got me like 10 times. Comment down below if it got you too. Comment down below, guys. Instead, you decided to take in the environment. As a thoughtful influencer, you really can't spend too much time tweaking the appearance of the lifestyle you sell to the adoring public. Nothing is left to chance. Your posters are carefully chosen and arranged to broadcast the preferred aesthetic to your crowd, and that aesthetic turns out to be a simple composite of your interests, which, judging from this wall, appears to be BTS, horses, and, well, that's about it. Your mind is a train that chugs along precisely 2 narrow rails. You'd almost be embarrassed about the single-mindedness of your enjoyments, but what can you say? You like what you like, and make no excuses. Your fans are nothing if not supportive of these twin obsessions. Aw, look at them. They're so cute. You get a little closer to the hanging graphic depicting your favorite boys. It's hard to resist basking in their glow every now and then. BTS is an extremely popular K-pop group, and you are a vocal member of ARMY, which is what the fandom calls itself. I knew like a few people were into BTS back in the day. They would say some crazy stuff like over in 2020, around like when this is taking place, right? They'll say insane stuff. You estimate you spend the majority of your waking hours contemplating these 7 extraordinarily beautiful boys. Your bio says you're bi, but you often like to joke in your post that you like women as well as exactly 7 men, and that's it. The true bi experience for women. You're also an avid G-Cook truther, which is to say, you strongly believe Jimin and Jungkook are secretly in love with each other, but you don't consider this a theory. or even a particularly well-kept secret, the evidence is overwhelming. And those who refuse to concede to these stone-cold facts are blind, delusional charlatans. You've written a manifesto on the subject. What's with this game and manifestos? We're not in the 1900s or late 1800s. I don't remember when the communist one was written, but you know what I mean. Which, as you've told Z before, is something only crazy people do. But you are the one exception to that rule, since when it comes to this subject, you aren't crazy at all. Your eyes are wide open. Your wide open eyes wander to another poster featuring a number of majestic stallions. What else is there to say on the matter? You just plain love horses. Enough said? Yeah, you think so. Horses kick ass. The end. You meander towards your desk. Mostly cosmetic and hair supplies live there, plus some other silly stuff to keep things fun whenever you stream content from this situation. Little conversation pieces, things for your friends to comment and to note and comment on, right? To notice and comment on. My fault. I had an apple before this. That's why I burped. Nothing from any fandom you're particularly interested in per se, but you are mindful of the interests of your followers, and you like to throw them low bones here and there. But when you're not streaming or doing yourself up for shoots, this here is the main reason you find yourself at this desk. You primarily use this laptop to write your fix? Lately, it's all RPF. I don't even know what that means. Let me look that up. Dedicated to exploring the alternate universe lives of your 7 favorite boys. Okay, I understand it now. She's writing BTS fanfics. Wow, okay. Many of these fics get pretty racy. None of your friends has the slightest idea this is one of your hobbies. I don't think they'll be surprised though, bro. I'm pretty sure they're all expecting it. You keep a pretty tight lid on that habit since it's frowned upon in many fandom circles, to say the least. Okay, the truth is, you think you'd get crucified if it got out. I don't think anybody would care, honestly. But you're not much like Z. You don't throw caution to the wind as she has in the past. Your brand is a tight ship. Well, exclusively when it comes to elusively sharing your sexual exploits with your followers. In that sense, it's quite a loose ship. But when it comes to writing fiction, that's a whole different can of worms. And heads will probably roll if the wrong types of online stories were to be associated with your name. That's it? Okay. Here's your horse. I love how he's like so high res compared to the background. There's your horse. His name is David Hasselhoff. Your parents got him for you as a high school graduation present when he was just a little wobbly-legged little colt. Just a wobbly-legged little colt. That makes him almost 10 years old now. When you graduated from Harvard, first thing you did was make the plans to transport David to the island where you could reunite with him and tend to him on your own in the summer home. He is by far your favorite family member, the very essence of quiet strength and loyalty. As for the silly name, it came with the horse. You had never even heard of David Hasselhoff before you got him. You assume it's a pop cultural reference that boomers would get worked up about. No, I know him from the SpongeBob movie. But the way you saw it, who were you to fault them for their pop references? God knows you're prone to indulging in the references held dear by you and your peers, so you can't possibly begrudge your elders the same simple joy. Besides, you thought the name was cute. Your phone's buzzing. Who could this be? Oh, it's Z starting a video chat. Not only the ordinary, but quite ridiculous in this context, considering she slept in your house that night. What's up? Hey, you're awake. Kinda. Why don't you come downstairs? I'll make you some. Check out this bitch who can't seem to stop feeding me. What did I do to deserve this bed and breakfast shit? You do realize I suck, right? You've been living a very unhealthy lifestyle. I just want to help you recuperate before you sink back into your den of despair. I don't know if I'll be going back anytime soon. Your parents' huge bed is super comfy. I must say I enjoy rolling around on its extravagant expanse, getting my stank all over it. I feel like a mark in my territory. What a nasty bitch. I'm glad you're enjoying you're amusing yourself in there. I pissed in it actually to really get the job done. Lol, no you didn't. Sure I did. Please tell me you didn't actually pee in my parents' bed. Well, no, not yet at least. Okay, at least she's not that bad. I do have to pee kind of bad though. My God, what? Oh my God, will you get out of there? Come on, we're in the same house. This is dumb. Let's hang out. Tell me about your big plans. Oh yeah, that shit. I almost forgot why I had the harrowing journey to your manor. Why I made the harrowing journey to your manor. Yes, I know, you risked your life and limb to get here, and fell in a huge puddle. I hang up now. Come downstairs. Four burps. 4 big burps. My fault. It's interrupting the reading experience. Who think you have to suck to get a mimosa around here? Mine? Well, if I must. But if that's how it's gonna be, then your bread and breakfast is about to get a Yelp review for the ages. Z, why don't you hold off the booze for a while? It isn't even 10 a.m. yet. Here, I'll fix you some orange juice. What? I thought this was brunch. That's how you do brunch, right? Yesterday you were so drunk you were barfing in your macaroni and falling into puddles. I forgot about that. That's nasty, man. Oh yeah. Just slow down. My parents have a wine cellar which you can feel free to raid tonight. Wow, nice. The Yelp review just got a lot better. Good enough to bury the tawdry, dick-sucking lead, at least. Hello. So, speaking of last night and falling into puddles, what about it? Well, you were completely soaked last night, but I noticed your manuscript was dry. Yeah, okay, so I lost my balance and I could tell I was heading right for that puddle. The huge puddle? Yeah, and I didn't want my thing to get wet, cause like, putting out another one would just be a pain. So as I was falling, I used my quarterback arm and like, launched it to safety. Then splash! Down I go. I see. Why is there a hole in it? Oh, that's a hell of a story. It looks like a bullet hole. Yeah, it is. I shot my own fucking manifesto. Huh? You mean last night? No, this was like years ago. When I finished the thing. Remember my whole mental breakdown? Oh, damn. I mean, yes, you told me a story, but... Damn, sorry. I guess not all of it? The day I finished that thing coincided almost exactly when all that was going down. Like when my dad died and I jumped out of school and completely fell apart and said all that crazy online. I also finished my manifesto and I guess I shot it due to going nuts. Jesus. Well, you're the only one who tells me crazy. You're the one who tells me only crazy people write manifestos. Is it really that surprising? I'd pop a cap. I'd pop a gap. Pop a cap in my own magnum opus. I can't read. I actually can't read. I shouldn't be doing this. I can't read. I guess not. I have to admit, I feel kind of crazy maintaining my own manifesto, but I don't think I would ever shoot it. That just means you can't be all that passionate about it. Oh, excuse me, but that is bullshit. I mean every word of it with all my heart. You should read it. Abs, I'm not reading your sordid K-pop manifesto. Oh, I'm not. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to understand your stuff and help you with it. Because you don't need to sell me on anything. If you say that your boys Jungkook are fucking each other, then I believe you. But there's so much to it. Yeah, and I believe it. Just let those boys be in love, you know? Good for them. I don't need it proven for your painstaking academic rigors. Okay, fair enough. Meanwhile, like you, I am intellectually curious enough to delve into another woman's delirious manifesto. Oh, you read it? A few pages. That is what little I could glean around the gaping bullet hole. So, what do you think? It's unsurprisingly quite intense. I'd expect nothing less. It's also very, what? Clown heavy? Yeah, it's all about clowns. Wasn't this all inspired just by your juggalo phase? I don't know about that. There are a lot of inspirational forces that went into this. Mostly all this came to me in a series of increasingly psychotic dreams in the run-up to my mental breakdown. It was revealed to her in a dream. That's pretty hardcore. And now you want to turn whatever this is into your new brand? Yup, I'm fully committed to it now, on a mission. Well, cool. I mean, I remember you talking about it before, but it was always in the vague context of some crazy thing you wrote. Not something you actually wanted to do something with. So if I'm going to help you out, maybe you can explain it to me a little more? Mostly it's just a bunch of revolutionary rhetoric about how America and capitalism sucks and you should be destroyed, naturally. But the socialist rhetoric is repackaged to be like super clowny. Well, who doesn't love a nice clown? Nobody. So that's it? Lots of radical left-wing philosophy plus like everyone gets to be a clown? Basically. But there's a lot more to it. There's also tons of lore. Lore? Yeah, that's what my feverish dreams provided mostly. It's so much shit. I talk about where these ideas came from. The Jubilities originated on the planet Whimsify. Bro, a planet? So Jubilities... Okay, so this is like fake shit. I don't think this is an actual like manifesto she wrote, right? Yeah, well, they were their civilization. Yeah, well, they were their civilization. Yeah, sorry. Whoa, a planet? So Jubilites are alien clowns? Yeah, well, they were. Their civilization died millions of years ago, and their founder has been communicating to me through dreams. Not literally, I mean. I know they're just dreams, but that's what the lore says. Whimsify. That's how it's pronounced, minus the burp. But it's spelled Whimsiphae. Whimsify. Well, oh, cool. I didn't know it was this deep. I guess this was a whole writing project then? Not just a crazy manifesto. Oh no, it's still crazy as hell. But yeah, it runs very deep. I think with my new brand, I'll just release the whole thing sequentially. Like, in little bits, a few pages at a time. Okay, so where do we start? Well, obviously, the first thing I'm gonna need is a new clown sona. Ooh, that sounds fun. Yeah, clown sonas are fun as shit. That's the whole point of them. LMAO. That's how I envision rebooting my brand. I just start the fuck over. Then I come out with my clown sona. And I'm like, hey, this is me now. I'm a clown. And I do a bunch of photo shoots. And that's my starting content. Once I establish myself that way, then I start rolling out the serialized manifesto content. Like, start pitching that to people. And see if I can drag more enthusiastic new clowns into my tent. That sounds great. I can help you come up with a clown sona. Maybe later I can make one too. I'd expect nothing less. You make such a lovely jubilate. Wow, flattery will get you everywhere. It better, bitch. Lol. How about after breakfast we head up to my vanity mirror? We can give you a whole glow up. A clown up. Hell yeah. Okay. So, socialism clowns. This needs to be better than my old Juggalo clown sona. What did that look like? Do you have any photos? Probably. But it just looked like some edgy teen piss. You don't need to see that. It will contaminate our results. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it's better to work on a blank canvas. And it just helps you, like, be more original, you know? It helps you be more original. Didn't you also cosplay for a long time ago? You should be an old hand at this. Maybe you don't even need my help. Yes, I did when I was a kid. But you don't have nearly the amount of gray makeup it would take to duplicate those results. Huh? Never mind. We wouldn't be speaking of any of that. I don't understand. What was she cosplaying? Oh, hold on. This music is kind of distracting me. Yeah, it's pretty loud, eh? Let me modify this a little bit. Actually, no. Hold on. Give me a sec, guys. Okay. Let me raise it a bit for you guys. Okay, this should be fine. It was just a bit loud on my end. My fault. I just want to make some cool clown happen here. I think I want to do something with Z's. Z's? Like my name? Oh, yeah. Here, let me try some. Oh, that's actually sick. You like it? Yes, I do. abs for a ridiculous bimbo. You can be a genius sometimes. I mean, I did graduate from Harvard, you know. Yeah, by fucking all the professors, right? Well, yes, but isn't that... Whoa. Hold up. Hold up. Pardon my French, repeat. I didn't. That's kind of crazy, no? Isn't that what a genius would do? Yeah, I rest my case. Here, let me mess with this look some more. Whoa. She looks like a WWE wrestler, guys. Doesn't she? Oh, look at you. This is so cute. It's not supposed to be cute, though. It's supposed to be badass. Well, it's that too, but mostly it's cute because I know who's underneath. Oh my god. What? I don't know. Maybe my clown sona is working too well. You're already hitting on me. LMAO. But I always do that. I know. But now I've added clown pheromones to the equation. Could be dangerous. Perhaps. So is that it? You think you're done? With the face, yeah. But obviously I need some new ensembles. None of your clothes are going to cut it because you're an absurd giant. And I don't want to go back to my place anytime soon because, well, I just don't. You could always go shopping this week. More places are open for business than you would think. Yeah. What about a name? What? Doesn't your clown sona need a clowny name? Nah. I think I'll just keep my name. Since it's already a name I gave myself to replace my parent given name, I'll rebrand and all, but I won't keep the name. Hopping. Sorry. I'll rebrand and all, but I won't keep name hopping like a fool. I guess that's what makes sense. Some old haters will link my new brand with my controversial past, but I don't even really care at this point. They can take their best shot, but I'm not running anymore. Am I allowed to make up a clowny name when I make a clown sona? Of course. That is strongly encouraged for all those who choose to clown up. Oh, I know what I'll go with. My old screen name when I was a kid. Apple Pie. Oh, I see. Well, now who's the one being cute? I guess it was me when I was 10 years old and playing Neopets? But also, it's still you in your cute clown makeup. You're right. It's a shame to waste all this clowny cuteness on my gay mother who would think I was cute even if I took a shit right on the floor, on her bedroom floor. Wow. So why don't we take the new brand for a spin and see what the hell people think? But you don't even have your fits yet. Whatever, I'll just take a headshot selfie. You want in on this? Well, okay. Oh, that's so cute. You clear your Instagram account, delete the photos from your stale brand, and post the inaugural selfie showing off your new clown sona. Abby cross-posts the same photo to her account and tags you in it. Now going back now, the new brand has officially launched. The day slips by as you monitor the comments and feedback on your humble starter post. The reception to your clown sona is almost universally positive. You can't tell if it's real praise or if Abby's followers are just being polite to her friend who's an obvious charity case and just got a nice pity shout out. It doesn't matter though, because at the end of the day, clout is clout and you have to start somewhere. You already have over 10k new followers, which seems like an absurdly high number to you. But when you consider you're just siphoning some of Abby's following of 3 million, it's just a tiny drop in the bucket. Still, it's a strong start for only having posted a single clown selfie, and now it's up to your showmanship to build on it. Still clowned up, huh? Yeah, I'm living with the paint for a while, trying to get into the character. There's a character? I thought your clown sona was just you. Well, it is. The Jubilite Manifesto says your clown sona is an expression of your truest self. Like a final form. Sounds like some animation. It's totally some animation. Well, it sure seems like people are enjoying your clown sona. I think you're just being polite for now. It's all a bit patronizing. Your followers just like whatever you do. So of course they're going to be nice to your weird clown friend. Well, we'll see how they really start feeling once I start rolling out my actual content. I'm really curious to see where it goes. I'll just keep giving you shoutouts until we can get your brand to take flight. I can't believe what a chicken shit was being about following you. This could be so fun. The lyricists who'd have a problem with me supporting you aren't even worthy of my consideration. Aren't even worth any consideration anyway. Yeah, basically. Besides, nobody even said anything yet. Maybe because nobody has connected me with my previously problematic identity yet? What the hell did she even do in the past to, like, get so much hate, you know? I still don't understand that part of the story. The haters will probably catch on soon enough, and then we'll see what actual consequences that will have. I just don't give a fuck anymore. Hope they show themselves, make it easier for me to keep an eye on them. Yeah, whatever. Life's too short to worry about the opinions of shitty people. To worry about how the opinions of shitty people reflect on your reputation. We're just having some fun here. Speaking of which, looks like you found a wine cellar. Oh yeah. I highly recommend the 2016 Domaine Georges Roumier Musigny. Excellent vintage. Lol, if you say so. I don't actually know anything about wine. Neither do I. I just looked around the cellar and checked prices online. This was the most expensive shit I could find. It goes for 17K? Holy. Really? The internet, so yeah. Had no idea my parents had such pricey down there. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Don't they have a bunch of fucking Bentleys in the garage? There's one Bentley and a few other cars, but yeah, they spend money on a lot of stupid things. Maybe we should have saved this for the super expensive wine for a special occasion though. Bitch, this is a special occasion. Just a couple of friends hanging out for the first time in forever, clowning up and making plans to cause problems on purpose. You're right. If this doesn't count as a $17,000 night, then I don't know what does. Cheers! Let this mark the beginning for a long, fruitful endeavor to exploit the living shall your parents and their obscene hoard of ill-gotten wealth. I'll certainly drink to that. What else did you have in mind? Maybe, is Abby, like, socialist coded, or is she gonna, like, protect her parents, billionaires, you know, her billionaire parents? And how did her parents get money? Get the $1 billion? Because that's, like, what changes it, you know? That changes a lot. Give me some time to build a brand first, then I'll let you know what's up. It's all related, you'll see. The suspense is killing me. Hope you're prepared to bring this level of showmanship to your new brand and not waste it all on me. You don't need to worry about that. You just keep supplying me with fresh new simps, and I'll play the role of ringmaster. Who's calling? Oh, nobody. Just some fucking spam. That's insane! No way! She ghosted the damn police. Z69 clown boner for 20. I used to have a name like that on IG. She, they, Jubilite, Nantucket, MA. After 7 days and nights of being supplied with a steady diet fresh new simps due to Abby's enthusiastic hype, combined with your newfound flair for social media ringmastering, your Instagram following has ballooned to a figure you can barely comprehend. Just over 500,000 new subscribers. Holy. This total was unfathomable to you at one point, but you have to keep reminding yourself that this is a modest fraction of Abby's total fandom. To count as your fans too now, only by the promotion she has generously provided. The true test comes when you begin to flex your vision in front of a sizable starting crowd. You've begun releasing your introductory portions of the manifesto, which have been met with a largely positive reception, is somewhat confused as well. While your new fans appear to be humoring your dogmatic content, they mainly seem to be here for the novelty of your clowny e-girl stuff. You're rolling in more sims than you know what to do with. An almost limitless reservoir of thirsty boys who would appear to be at your disposal for just about anything. Of course, they're mostly all the same eager simps who've been hounding after Abby for years, who seem more than willing to migrate to a greener, clownier pasture. Wait, her posts are kind of cute though. Aw. Okay, baddie. An absolutely disgusting person. If you stand this problematic piece of garbage, just unfollow me now. Clown heat. Total shit. And, of course, as expected, a few old antics have begun... Antis have begun to surface as well. And they brought receipts. You know they would. You simply delete some of the comments containing a link to your previously problematic behavior, block, and move on. Their negatively is overwhelmingly drowned by the more positive comments regardless. This is a relief to see, and it helps you rise above the hate. But you don't rise above it before you actually take note of every single hater and anti who smears you in your comment sections and elsewhere. You make sure to maintain a thorough list of every nasty piece of before you block, move on, and benevolently rise above the noise. They are nothing to you now except motivation. Okay, that's crazy. Antis. Yo, this is some grade A hater shit. Motivation to prove them wrong and make them deeply sorry if it even occurred to them to post unkind words about such a cute girl, such a cute and creative clown girl with a sensational new brand. Your sharp rise on the coattails of your famous friend has all been good fun to monitor. But the fact is, you barely even begun the good shit. And before you share that stuff with your new fandom, you'll need to make sure Abby is up to speed on the next phase of the campaign. Abby, we need to talk about Pranxis. Hello, what? Pranxis. It's the first critical piece of Jubilite doctrine. I'll be unveiling soon. But you need to know about it first, and much more. Importantly, you need to practice it. I do? Why? Because pretty soon this movement is gonna need money. And I mean an absolute fuck ton of money. As generous as you have been with your parents, with your credit cards helping me buy new clothes and shit, that level of financing isn't really going to cut it. But one of my credit cards has a $1 million limit. Wow! A whole $1 million? That's cute. Cute? Z, you drive a fucking Kia. And yet, I am the one with the exceptionally refined palate for expensive wine. And I also know $1 million is a bullshit chicken feed number. You need to start thinking bigger. Maybe you should try to relax. Your account is off to such a good start. Between the two of our accounts, we could... Oh, hope y'all didn't see that. It's fell on my desk. Between the two of our accounts, we could pull together some really good revenue streams. If you start stressing out about how it's all chicken feed money or whatever, you won't have any fun. Wasn't that the point of all this? To have fun? Abby, you still don't understand. Pranxis is the very essence of having fun. And the more money you make, the more it multiplies that fun you're having. Okay, I'm sure that's true and all, but that's one of the points I've always been trying to make with my parents. I've already been doing some serious numbers. I know I half-assed my business degree, but I've actually been able to translate my following into a pretty profitable situation while having a good time doing it. So my parents can both go eat shit about my bad career choices. Yeah, on the topic of your parents, that's what this is about. I thought this was supposed to be about Pranxis. It's also about Pranxis. Well, what the fuck is Pranxis? Pranxis is fucking everything. A mission-critical plank in the Jubilite platform. A central pillar, actually. It's what most of my manifesto-sanctioned clownery revolves around. It also happens to be the key to how I start bankrolling the fuck out of this jam. Alright, genius, so what is it? Well, you know what a prank is. Yes? Do you know what Pranxis is? No? Lol. Okay, forgot all that then. It doesn't actually matter for the time being. Let's talk about your parents. If you help me out with this, then that'll be your first real life lesson in Pranxis. When the last time you talked to them? Oh, a couple days ago actually. They rarely call, but they do keep an eye on my accounts. And I guess they've noticed I've been doing something different lately. Lol. They sure do hate your crazy socialists diatribes. Okay, so the parents are like mean capitalists. But I also have them believing this is all just an act to own the libs or whatever. Like, good for ratings and all. But down the road, we're just gonna fuck with people about it, turn it into a fucking racket or something. It's just easier to deal with them if I tell them things like that. They think it's a good idea in theory, but wow, you sure do rile them up. This is all incredibly good, actually. Abby, you didn't even know, but you're quite naturally gifted with the art of Pranxis already. I am? Yeah, this is perfect table setting, prepping the marks and all. So I don't even think I have much explaining to do here. I just need you to call them again soon. I already dumped a bunch of notes for to hit in your conversation. Okay. By now, you've become considerably more familiar with the finances of Abby's family. Over the past week, you've pieced together a more complete picture through questioning Abby and a few other methods of research. Their political activity was some of the easiest stuff to find. Over the last 4 years, they've been steadily making huge donations to the Trump, the Big T, campaign. But more recently, it looks like they've switched to becoming heavy Biden donors. You're sure it's not for any ideological reasons, but likely due to the entire Trump charade looking more like a sinking ship all the time. If only that was true. Especially in light of the pandemic response and its economic fallout. You can tell this move must have been a bitter pill for her dad to swallow, and while he is kind of a dumbass, he's not so stupid as to let a perfectly hollow, easily corruptible president waltz into office without taking a whole bunch of his money first. The truth is, in a man's heart of hearts, you doubt he really gives a shit which senile Rippius gets to run the show as long as he gets to take photos with him at $50,000 per plate fundraising dinners. And if you take a closer look at the companies which they own a lot of shares in, it becomes pretty obvious the economic destruction has hit them pretty hard. Wild swings in their total net worth to the tune of billions. Their money people must have been moving assets around like crazy to protect what's left. It's hard to pin down their total net worth given the complexity of their holdings, but their recent estimates have been somewhere between $20 and $30 billion, but probably not for long. Depending on the economy, of course, as well as what you and Abby can manage to put into motion with your new revolutionary new philosophy known as Pranxis. So I just had a pretty long talk with them. They were really surprised I called, but happy to hear from you. I never call out of the blue like that. That's good. What happened? I just went through everything you listed for me, but naturally, you know? Which meant I had to talk for a long time, just bullshitting away with small talk, so it didn't seem suspicious. That's great, see? I told you. You barely need any coaching at all. I have a screwdriver, that's what's making the noise. Oh, Mayo, come on, Z. Why are you so surprised I'm good at working with my parents? I'm good at working with my parents. I've been bamboozling these people my whole life. I bet. Go on. I finally got around to bringing up the Bitcoin stuff again. Actually, it was really smooth because I brought it up what, like a year ago? Remember that? Yeah, because I told you to. I know! Have you really been planning this for that long? At the time, I thought you were just having me do it as a goof. It was a goof, but it also served the double purpose of laying the groundwork in case we ever wanted to finally make all this stuff happen. Let me sit comfortably. That's how you have to do it. Think long term and just make the most of future opportunities as they present themselves. Or create those opportunities like we're doing now. Yeah. So I started babbling about Bitcoin shit again, per your notes. But I still feel like I don't know what I'm talking about when I get into it. I know you don't. It's good you sound a little confused about it, because you are. You're not supposed to be an expert. This is just stuff you've been reading up on a little. All you're doing is priming them, right? So are you really going to hack all my parents' money? Oh, wow. Whoa. Like, that wasn't just more of your outrageous bullshit all this time? Abby, this is what hacking is. It's like 90% social engineering. You need to be patient, plant all these seeds along the way, set up points of psychological leverage, and when the time is right, you have like a little bit of low-end programming ready to go. This is all a lot easier than it sounds. It is? Yeah, I've been doing a bunch of stuff already. Lol, I bet you have. Over the last week, I've been micro-targeting your parents on Facebook with ads for Bitcoin shit. Oh my god. For the service I want them to be using, of course. It's a real service, deals into high-volume crypto transactions. The point is to get them to do real shit first, then get tricky with it a little later. Okay. I've also been emailing them shit that looks legit enough, kind of bombarding them with info, offhand testimony from trusted people, other rich fucks spooked about the economy. And now you're the one of the human levers too. When time comes, you're the one who pushes them to make the final move. Who are the trusted people? I mean, they're fake. It's all just me. I started doing a few fake chain emails. You know, the ones boomers love to reply to and forward around. It's like catnip. They can't help themselves. Put a ton of crap email addresses in the recipient field, including a bunch from people I know they're acquaintances with. Nobody too close, but names of other rich people they'd recognize and listen to if they saw them babbling about crypto as a way to protect their billions in a dumb email chain. Wow. I actually did this on a whim, being skeptical of returns, but it's been working phenomenally. I got your mom to reply to one of these chains a few times credulously. I worked her a little bit with one of the sock puppets, some other rich dudes she's met. So easy to get these names. The Republican donor lists are kind of like a gold mine. Wait, you've been talking to my mom? Sure, why not? That isn't even the good part.
Huh?
After I got her interested enough in the subject, I had this dude kinda pull her aside. I deleted all the names from the chain and just worked her one-on-one. Got pretty flirty. Turns out your mom's a real saucy bitch. What? Bottom line is she's sort of having an affair right now. Sorry, Abs, your mom's getting a lot more side action from me than you could ever manage. Oh my god! Please, don't be jealous. It's just some undercover spy work, like some James Bond shit. This breathtakingly horny Karen means nothing to me, I promise. I'm losing my mind? Well, if I knew you'd be this hot and bothered by it, I would have just blind copied you on all the emails. I mean, I still could. I don't even... You're unbelievable. How do you come up with shit like this? Cool your jets, Abby. I already said what's going on. It's just a bit of playful Pranxis, that's all. Not even that far along in the process, really. It's only phase 1. Phase 1? Yeah, I'm just setting them up. At the right moment, you, a trusted and beloved daughter who is famous and influential, will knock them down. Okay, I believe you. But how do I do that? Fine, I'll just walk you through the play. The thing to do now is wait for the right opportunity. Everybody is already spooked about the economy, so we pick our spot. And when we do, we exploit their fears over more huge stock market losses to swoop in with the Bitcoin shit. And I work my angles too, like your mom. My email chain Romeo says he just shifted most of his assets to crypto to ride this out. Whereas you're coming at it like an heiress. Just say you're trying to do your part to protect the family fortune. You push the same exchange site I've been pushing with my micro targeting. So I get them to buy tons of bitcoins? And then you hack the coins? Well, no, there's no hacking involved, just stealing. The exchange service really exists. It's a real way to buy Bitcoin. It's a real way to buy coins, and you put them all in a wallet. The financial people will agree this is a sound way to do it. It's solid and vetted. I don't expect them to do anything their money guys want to sign off on. We just step into the middle of the process, the part where your dad stores the shit in a digital wallet. I designed a spoof wallet site that looks and functions exactly like the one on the real site he's buying from. Similar URL. Even asks for a password first. Do you have his password? Well, no. Don't you see it yet? These are all mind games. You enter any shit in the login fields and it works fine. But he'll enter his real name and password. At which point the games are over. Once I have that, I could do almost anything. But it doesn't even need to stop there. He could even just go right ahead feeling confident it's a secure site because it's just accepted his password. And then he stores the coin data directly into a fake ass wallet. At which point he has just fucking handed the coins right over to me. It's basic phishing shit. Usually people are more on guard for things like this, but not if trusted family members are sending them links being all like, cool, you're almost there, Dad. Now open your wallet. Here's a link to that. Yeah, I see. And once the coins are ours, that's it. The money's gone. I resell them, move the money around a bit, stash it in offshore accounts. My guess is, if we pull it off, it will be a long time before you even realize it was gone. And if that happens, I don't know, just blame hackers or whatever. Well, hackers did take it. Exactly. So how much are we going for here? Like, all their money? Probably not. No way anyone's pushing through a $20 or $30 billion Bitcoin transaction and their money people would ship bricks if it was proposed. But you hype them up for as much as possible. Whatever their guys can agree to a sound diversification policy. Okay, Z, what are you even gonna do with all this money? I have some ideas. Oh boy. Well, I can't wait to find out what they are. Ding dong. Huh? Who could that be? It's the Popo. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no! No! It's the Popo! Oh, hell no! What's gonna happen to my girl Z? Damn! What a cliffhanger! What's gonna happen to my homie Z? What the hell? Yo, the police are on their ass! Alright, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching the videos. Bye bye!